I am Jennifer Rivera, a freshman in Warren Central High School. I met Ms. Kuonen when I first stepped into my new Spanish class second period on the first semester. Ms. Kuonen inspired me more because of her high expectations for me and wanting me to be more attentive in class, giving my best effort and showing the confident side of me. I admire her because of how she met a lot of high school students and knows the different phases each student goes through and has an idea of how to help out, even if it's just a few words to change someone's perspective. All of the good conduct that I have to achieve in her class made me the great student I am now. Ms. Kuonen has been patient with me and took the time to listen to me and ask how my day is going and explain hers too. I love how she always teaches more about the Spanish culture and that more than just the language and her experience in Latin American countries. I have missed and always remembered all the times that we'd had class. Working in group projects, hearing her stories about her daughters and her Spanish classes, taking over the years. Thank you, Ms. Kuonen, for the amazing semester in Spanish class. Your passionate teaching has taught me to be a positive during my high school years.
My name is Therese Dao. The nominee I've chosen to honor is Coach Sincroft. He teaches health and is also the head swim coach for Warren Central. He's been my teacher for about a semester and my coach for about a year. The reason I nominated him is because of his ongoing support, dedication, incredible coaching, and the fact that he's tolerated me for this long. We've worked side by side for months setting goals, working towards the goals, and accomplishing those goals. He's always right beside me cheering me on, and his support means so much to me. He never fails to make me laugh, and he's easily become one of my best friends. He's taught me so much in and out of the pool, and no one has motivated me to work hard as much as he has. He's been the best part of my high school career so far. I'm so incredibly lucky to say that I have him as a mentor. He's given me so much, and this short monologue can't say it all, but hopefully this will suffice. Thanks, Coach. You're the best.
I'm Sarah Sexton, a freshman of the 2017-2018 school year. My top 10 nominee was Mr. Ross, an 8th grade science teacher at Raymond Park Middle School. I could personally think of no better teacher to honor than Mr. Ross, as he truly made my 8th grade year special. Each day I got to spend in his classroom was another day I got to learn in a way that I can most certainly say was fun. These fun lessons weren't just for the sake of enjoyment, as each subject covered has given me a base for my high school career I am truly thankful for. They say a teacher can completely make or break a subject for a student. This is something I've seen in action thanks to Mr. Ross. A rocky time with science in 7th grade left me with having a sour taste in my mouth at the mention of any science class, but I was truly blessed to have Mr. Ross to change my perspective. Science is now one of my favorite subjects, and I'm actively looking forward to my future courses at WCHS. Words will never be able to properly express the gratitude I have towards you, Mr. Ross, for all that you have done for my future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gerson Quevedo, and I'm a freshman. The teacher that I have nominated is my 8th grade science teacher, Mr. Neal from Creston Middle School. Mr. Neal has impacted me as a student because he has awakened my curiosity about the world. He has made me a better person by showing me that patience is one of the key components of success. What I admire most about Mr. Neal is that he was always positive and that he always figured out the best way to help out his students. I know that teachers should always be like this, but he took it beyond expectation. Thank you, Mr. Neal, for making me a better person and student.
My name is Hailey Delk. I recently moved here and enrolled in Warren. Before I lived here, I lived in Texas and went to a small school, so coming here has been a big change for me. Although it was a bit difficult at the start, having great teachers was a big help. I believe the one that helped me out the most was Mr. Spencer. He teaches media arts, and this is my last class of the day. When I came here to be registered, he was the first teacher I met. He had already taught my aunt, so he was able and more willing to give me a chance at the class. I was not interested in many of the fine arts classes here, as I had taken much different ones in Texas. The fact that he was able to make such a kind gesture to me is one of the best things he's done for me so far. I really admire the way he treats his students. He treats us with respect, but also in sort of a friend way, all while staying the teacher and the person in charge. This makes it easier for students to be comfortable with him and the class. I also admire the feedback he gives us on projects and how he wants us to get out there and capture the best photo. I always look forward to 7th period, and not just because I enjoy taking pictures, but because I enjoy the atmosphere that he creates and having conversations with him. To conclude, thank you, Mr. Spencer, for all that you've done for me.
Hi, I'm Jacob Hartman, and I'm nominating my 6th grade teacher, Mr. Wagner, as my influential teacher. Mr. Wagner, you're one of the few teachers so far that forced me to actually think. I really wish that more teachers would teach the way you do because you let us learn at our own pace and go as far as the subjects as we wanted. I can remember one day when we were learning about slope and slope-intercept form. You didn't teach the whole class all at once, but you broke us into small groups and gave everyone an individual problem. Since you did this, I was able to advance at my own pace and get as far into the topic as I wanted, while everyone else went at their own pace and went as far as they wanted. This is probably the first time that I realized I really liked math because I got really deep into the subject. Thank you for being such a great teacher. I really enjoyed your class, unlike some of the classes I've had. You played such a huge role as far as what interests me. I still love math, and I probably wouldn't love it or probably even be good at it if I didn't end up in your class.
Hey, I'm Gabe Wells, and I chose Miss Williams as my nominee. She's my fifth period journalism teacher. I chose Miss Williams because she has made a major impact on my life. I was pretty excited about high school, but after a few weeks, the excitement wore off, and it just felt like normal school. However, Miss Williams gave me the opportunity to write on the newspaper staff, and that really changed my whole view of high school. I never actually enjoyed writing too much, but news writing is just a whole different style of writing. I find it really enjoyable. I still really like all my other teachers and most of my classes, but this is a class that I look forward to every day. It also doesn't hurt that we have lunch during this period as well. However, I didn't only choose Miss Williams because she let me write for the newspaper. She also is extremely kind and will always do as much as she can to help her students. She wants everyone to succeed and will constantly push her students towards greatness. So thank you, Miss Williams, for always being so kind towards me and for allowing me to write for the newspaper. Thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Wildridge. My nominee is Mr. Arvin, who I have had as my geography and world history teacher for the past year, as well as my speech coach. I chose to nominate him because of how much both of those things have impacted me. Third period has been some of the most fun I've had during a long school day, while also making me work for the results I want. While all the tests have sucked, and I really do hate those, I've also improved as a student because of them. Thanks for opening my eyes towards stupid questions. I hope after this year is over, though, I never have to take any test quite like that ever again. However, it was really speech that made this year worthwhile. As much as I've hated giving up sleeping in on Saturdays, I've also made some of my favorite memories at these meets. When I first joined the team, I didn't realize how much it was like a family, and all I can say is thank you for letting me be a part of that. I've grown to love every single person on that team, and it has given me so much happiness this past year. These past few months have been a lot of work, and while I didn't take it serious quite at first, I felt the consequences. Because of this, I have gained a work ethic. I'm going to remember all the crazy meat stories about cough syrup and being bad at Czechoslovakia for a long, long time. I admire how much work and dedication you've put into this team. I'm really excited for next year, and I'm grateful for every little bit of bullying I've gone through in order to make me a better speaker. Again, thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Branson Dao, and I'm a freshman attending Warren Central High School. I'm currently involved in cross-country, track, along with speech, where I am currently 28th in International Extemporaneous in the state of Indiana. And today I'll be honoring my nominee, John Lickfelt. I had him in class my 8th grade year for social studies, of which focused heavily on the war aspect of many topics. And the reason why I chose him as my nominee was because of the amazing professional and personal attitude that he displayed in his teaching and his interactions. No matter what topic he presented, he always managed to make it engaging and interactive, which always resulted in an easier learning experience and great laughs along the way. He is also very realistic, down-to-earth, and engaging, which led to many conversations that resulted in laughs and a great time. Whether it was discussing mutually assured destruction or the reality of how the political system fails America, he always managed to make the topic engaging and worthwhile. As a result, his teachings and attitude have reinforced a lot of important lessons in my life. Be independent, dedicated, and always have an open opinion. These 3 traits I found to be really crucial in both my personal life as well as my student life. Not only that, during the entire school year, he always pushed for better quality work out of every student, including me, and this improved my standards for academic and related topics, and was also a driving factor in my current academic success and ability to have a smooth transition to Warren Central. I admire his attitude, his personality, and how he brings any topic that the township can force him to teach into an entertaining topic. And at the end of the day, he played an important role in making my 8th grade year memorable and interactive, which was a much-needed breath of fresh air compared to other teachers. And no matter what type of conversation you had with him, he would always be direct and to the point, which made everything effective, efficient, and very helpful. And his class was also very interesting, and especially during our mock election. In election where I gave a decimating speech and destroying debate, I still lost pity votes, which I found very amusing. And at the end of the day, John Lickfelt is a one-of-a-kind teacher that you rarely find in the education system. And that is why I would like to thank Mr. Lickfelt for being an important teacher that has played a major role in making my education career interesting, making my life better with his humor, dedication, and bluntness. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Gobel, it's Collin. I've chosen you as a teacher that has impacted me the most in my life for reasons that would include how you made class fun, how you added humor to everything, how you always pushed me to do my best in everything, and would like to begin by saying thank you for doing that. Your class was always very hands-on, which for me made it extremely fun, and my personal favorite projects would probably be the bottle rockets and the Rube Goldberg project, even though those were frustrating at times. Humor was tied in with also making class fun, which is probably one of the main reasons I enjoyed your class and it was fun for me. Any situation, good or bad, was made better when you added a little humor to the equation with one of your Wendy's jokes or one of your inspirational quotes that you got off the internet from a movie or a TV show. And then the last thing was pushing me to do the best that I could do at everything. That was probably the biggest impact you had on me as a student. That push that you gave me has caused me not to just settle for the minimum and to go above and beyond what the expectation is. And not only were you a major impact in the classroom, but you were also a major impact during Science Olympiad. You taught me that every little detail and everything that I was doing mattered because that detail could be the difference between success and failure. Something you always reminded me of was that being a part of a team and team success is more important than individual success, and that I should always remember that I am not the only one I should be thinking about. So thank you again, Mr. Gobel, for having the greatest impact on me in my academic career, as well as just in life, by teaching me how to push myself to the best of my abilities while still being able to have fun in the process.